one of the hottest drivers of late is this 83 car, Brian Vickers, and he has been on fire here the last few races.
If he makes the chase this year, he will have definitely earned it. 6 poles on the year, a series-leading 6 poles, a top 10 finishes, 5 of the last 7 races, the win at Michigan.
First off, Brian, congrats on a solid finish in Atlanta. I know 7th wasn't the finish that you wanted, but your car, knowing how good it was, how proud are you of your team's efforts overcoming all the adversity you did?
Very proud. I mean, obviously it wasn't our best race. Michigan was our best race, but it was a very good race. In a lot of ways, it could have been one of our better races when you really factor in the adversity we had to overcome.
Major problems for Brian Vickers, a possible broken axle there on the left side of the car. Vickers, who has been running consistently top 10 most of the time in the top 5, has some major issues here on pit road.
The guys, to change that axle, I mean, I thought that was going to just ruin our night and, possibly take us out of a shot at the chase, but to change a rear axle without losing a lap is impressive.
It's amazing how far this 83 team has come in just 3 short years. It wasn't all that long ago they were struggling just to even get in the show.
All right, you know the quote, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Does 2007 seem like a distant memory?
It does seem like it's been a while. Time flies. It does seem at times like, I guess you could call it a distant memory, but at the same time, the wounds are still fresh. We still remember the pains we went through that first season and the struggles as a team and as a group. But I wouldn't give it up. I think it really made us a stronger team. It made me a stronger individual and a race car driver. And, having to go through that and experience that, I feel like I'm a better person because of it. Doesn't mean I was happy about it. I'd never want to repeat it. But, I think we learned a lot from it as a team. I know I did as a driver.
Brian Vickers has never made the chase. It's going to be a landmark year for him, coming off the great runs he's had the last 5 or 6 weeks in a row.
Was making the chase an original goal for the team this year?
It was. It was a high goal, but it was a goal. We wanted to get a pole. We wanted to win a race and be in the chase. Being in the chase was probably the highest of the 3. This is a very competitive sport, and it's a very long season. And the biggest problem that we had wasn't leading laps or having fast cars. It was not making mistakes and finishing races and being consistent. And that was our goal that we set for this year. So we've accomplished the first 2, and now we're one race away from the 3rd, and hopefully it'll work out.
So does being in the chase mean a successful year, and being out of the chase mean failure for the year?
I wouldn't define it as success or failure.
Disappointment?
Purely based on the chase. We'll be very disappointed, but no matter what happens leaving Richmond, I think we've got to walk away with our heads held high. And that's easy to say now, and it's going to be hard to do, and it's going to be hard to swallow for the team. No matter what, I'll be pleased. If we don't get in the chase, I probably won't be satisfied. But, I'm really proud of how far we've come no matter what.
You think the pressure's on these drivers here tonight in Atlanta? You just wait till we get to Richmond next weekend. Only 4 drivers have locked themselves in. That means 8 spots are up for grabs.
Okay, 20 points back. Describe that pressure that drivers are feeling going into this final race.
It's a lot. It's a lot of pressure. I mean, it's part of our sport. I think being around as long as I have, I've learned to deal with it and cope with it, better than I would have, say, 5 years ago. But it is a lot of pressure. I'd be lying if I didn't say that we'd rather be in the chase at this point, trying to maintain it. But there's something about, we kind of have nothing to lose. And there's always, I always like having the carrot in front of me instead of behind me. When you can see your target and you know what you have to do, it's a little bit easier, I think.
I'm sure you've imagined this scenario. What would a chase seating and a shot at the championship mean to you?
A lot. It would really fulfill the goals for 2009, for me personally, and I think for the entire race team. Do I think we're capable of winning a championship? Yes, I think we're capable of it. Whether we're ready or not is a question. We're still a very young team. It's going to be a tall order for a 3-year-old team. To even have that opportunity, I think, would be a huge success for us right now. And I think everyone would be ecstatic to have the opportunity to even race for that championship. To win it would just be astronomical. It'd be unbelievable.